Your sadistic spirit guide, guy Papi Wolf, and we've been away for quite a while. Sorry, the stream was acting weird. It's still, it might be a little iffy through this whole thing because it seems like it's going up and down in terms of lagging, but I think we'll be fine. I think everything's stable enough. How's everyone's day going? I hope you all having a wonderful day. It is Thursday. My week is almost over. Just gotta go into work tonight. Gotta go to work tomorrow, and I will be good. Only good thing about tomorrow is I have no idea what we're gonna be doing for work. But I, perchance, maybe might leave early again. What? That's crazy. I know. That's crazy for me too. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how it's gonna go. A lot of stuff has been happening recently. Like, I am just amazed about literally all the news that we can talk about. Let me pull up the game. I did do some off-screen grinding for the characters. So we should be good. Let's see, can we get that? Can we get that look? Let's see. God, it feels good to be back. Let me make sure. Make sure you guys can see the Pokemon real quick. Let me see. GBA. Can I actually get that to look? There we go. Perfect. There we go. That's what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I am having an amazing time currently. I'm just vibing, doing what I can. Yeah, no. Let's put some of that nice backside beats, pause, in there. And let's just get into this game, man, and just enjoy yourselves. So many things I want to say, so many things I want to get into. Meanwhile, let's just get in the game and just. So yeah. Did I save last time? I should have saved, right? Oh, I didn't save. All the grinding I did. Oh, fuck. Alright, well. Hey, it is what it is. Let's just jump into the bitch. We'll catch up them eventually. Damn, I thought I had saved it. That really depressed me. Alright, let's fuck up our Ethan one last time. But Jesus Christ, guys, that's the programmer nonsense. Jesus Christ. I am baffled about the amount of bullshit that try to fly under everybody's mouth with all that. I am baffled about the amount of shenanigans that transpired. Fuck, dude, we really got nothing that's good against steel types. Except Jada, but oh my god. Alright, I'll have to hope it's gonna hit me with a normal move. Of course, Thunder Wave. Alright, I really hope we don't lose our team here. The best move we got is Shadow Punch. But I'm very much of the baffled variety of how we got nothing to fuck this guy up with. I really don't have anything. For steel types, I have nothing. Oh my god. But I was watching Mel the Dreamer's podcast or stream, and I love the Cloud Ninjas. Shout out to them. And I was just baffled about the amount of like dodge of accountability that each person tries to do with each other. It is insane how one person can go, well, I mean, I might have said that, but I didn't do this because here's the evidence of this person doing this. And it's like, dude, you're missing the fucking point. You need to admit to it and just move on. Alright, how the fuck are we gonna beat this fucker? I guess we can try Hydro Pump. I don't know how much we're gonna take out of him. Oh shit, perfect. There we go. That's what I like to see. Thank you so much, Skarmory. for dying. But I'm pleasantly surprised that he ended up on Keemstar, and Keemstar grilled him a new one, and a lot of people held him accountable. Hopefully, I just think Seth has always been a toxic person. Me personally, I've seen how he's interacted with Swag Kage and everybody else that do the power scaling, and I've never been. I just always felt like he's gatekept, or he's very much just, it's my way or the highway. He's very solidified, and this is what I believe in terms of power scaling. And if you think anything other than me, then you're basically an idiot. And I've always hated how he's done that, and how cocky he gets with, he's like, oh yeah, sure, the person, like, to sum up everything that's against him, it's just over abusing power and thinking he's right. That's very much what it all comes down to, and trying to disassociate what happened with what exactly happened. And anything that, as long as it's over legality, he'll admit to, but anything that can compromise him in any legal manner, he's very quick to be like, whoa, let me just say this, let me just get this off. And it's just, it's very much pandering. He panders to his audience. He doesn't want to come out for being this or that, and I am pleasantly surprised about the amount of mental gymnastics he does to say, oh, I didn't actually do that. In fact, I did this. That's what I did. Don't change the narrative. And it's like, no, we're gonna fucking change the narrative on your fucking ass, bro, because you're mad weird. And from, like, he tries to be like, there's no, as long as bullying. Oh shit, are we dead? Ellen, don't do it. Ellen! Oh, what a way to start this. What a way to start this with the death of Ellen. Oh my god, well, Ellen the bee degenerate is dead. So, I mean, I'm not too sad, because we do have a backup for Ellen. But I'm really trying to run through all of the Elite Four. And I was like, dude, Ellen was the speeder. Corbus has the charge. Sludge Bomb. Strength, I guess. Super Fang. Poison Fang. Poison Fang is at least stab. I think what really irritates me about the whole process is when Clyde, who is the original accuser of everything that happened with, we can tank this, we can tank this, we can tank this. Come on. Don't you do this to me. Not, oh, thank God. When all these allegations were coming to light by Clyde, the person who was originally the friend who Tangela. Well, imagine we had a bug Pokemon. That would have been fucking perfect if we had a bug Pokemon. The original person who came out against it, which was Clyde, he was really, how do I say this without being, like, I can tell he was definitely hurt. He was definitely a victim, but I just, for the life of me, he would come out here with, he made it very clear that he was angry as a victim, and he wasn't trying to tell this, not necessarily he was telling the story, but he was definitely aiming everything at Seth the programmer. What'd you say, baby? Yeah. It was an attack piece, not necessarily a piece about making his peace. And I think that's why, like, a lot of people have contentions with Clyde's whole thing is, yes, Clyde, you did reveal a lot of things, but now when people want to ask you, but why didn't you speak up about this, or why didn't you speak about that, your first instinct is to just go straight to your mental health. And I don't care for when people use their mental health as an excuse for why they didn't do this, and that. And I say this in a sense, like, there's accountability. Yeah, it depends on the question, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yo, most definitely. Yeah, no, I get you. He definitely does try to take the thing is, I don't ever want to tell somebody never to tell their story. No, I think everyone should always tell their narrative. Like, never be afraid to speak your narrative out in the world, especially if like you've been hurt or you've been turned into a victim. But what I would say is the way Clyde does it, the way he comes off is, it's like you're already unveiling the truth, but you kind of twist the knife because you know it's Seth. And I just would recommend, if I could have recommended him before he put that video, I was like, I wouldn't make it an attack piece because it just comes off that way. I know he probably didn't want it to come off as an attack piece. I'm pretty sure his main goal was, I want it to come off as sincere as possible, but that's the thing, it just doesn't work that way because it sounds angry. And he has every right to be angry. Especially if you were used and abused by someone that you trusted as your best friend. I definitely empower people to be like, no, fuck that, fuck you for making me feel like I had to be under you. Yes, he did set himself up in situations where he would be indebted to that person, but I'm gonna be real, I don't give a fuck how much debt I owe a person. If I know something's fucked about them, I'm gonna call them out on it. And if they try to use the money over my head, I'm simply gonna go to the courts and be like, you know what, hey, this fucker's using I want to say this about this person. If I owe him money, so be it, let the courts handle it. But hey, if I have to go to get in trouble for owing you money, then you have to get in trouble for the shenanigans that you're doing. We'll both fucking go down. And I think that's what's not being done with all these content creators.
Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait.
And most definitely, I think that's why a lot of these people were like kind of like angry about what them not taking accountability. Is like, yes, you guys are exposing him now only simply because he's like an asshole and he's been doing things and talking shit about you guys. Would you guys have ever done this if he didn't? If he was still your friend, would you ever expose him, or would you just keep his secrets? And that's kind of how I feel about the whole situation too. Is I would like to think, yo, you guys would speak up about this, right? If he was your friend or not. But a part of me goes, sometimes that loyalty goes so hard that you don't want to ask questions. And I don't see the harm of asking questions. It's okay to ask a question like, hey, so what's up with this? I kind of want to really talk about this. I don't want you to fucking pull the wool over my eyes or anything, bro. Like, what's up with this? Like, why is this person saying this? Or why are we attacking kids? Why are we attacking kids? Why are you harassing kids? You know how old this person is? Why are we making a joke about them? Like, these are children. You're a 20-year-old man. When you're like, I don't give a fuck about this. I was raised on the internet. I can't tell the disconnect between reality and fiction. That is just the poorest excuse a person can make in terms of, I really didn't know the difference between what I was doing and why it was wrong. On the internet, it's just easier to just talk shit. I was like, no. You don't get to just use, I was raised on the internet. After you turn 18, this is something that, like, we get to catch this. We get to catch this. This is a male Gloom. We are catching this for sure, because Gloom is actually pretty fucking gnarly. Okay, let me see okay, perfect. Casey's got close enough levels. With the piss poor excuse of, I just, I was on the internet, doesn't work after you turn 18. Because guess what? When you talk shit on the internet, you know who's responsible for all that shit? Your fucking parents. No, before 18. Before 18, everything you say it reflects on your parents. Why? Because they raised you and you are a minor and you are in their care. So their actions will reflect you. But when you turn 18, bing, 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 magical number here in the United States, when you become a legal adult around the world, guess what happens? It's called every action bears a consequence, which means regardless if it's a positive or negative consequence, because consequences always gets this bad connotation that, consequence means bad. No, consequence actually means just like, it's just like saying cause and effect, like an action. Yeah. So anybody who's like, I just, it's just different. I was like, it's not different. Once you turn over 18 and you become a legal adult, your actions don't reflect your parents. Your actions don't reflect that of a kid. They reflect an adult. And guess what that means? Guess what that means when you're an adult? That means when you do shit, you can get in trouble. And it's just baffles me that this guy had the nerve to try to use that. The internet is it's lowered me. It's made me this. You know what? In honor of the programmer, the groomer himself, we're naming this Gloom, Seth the Gloomer. Because goddamn, like the amount of mental gymnastics this man tried to pull over on like a bunch of people, the fact that he, to defend himself, kept bringing in more people to discredit. And I always say this: if you have to discredit people making the accusations, then you really don't have anything. You're attacking the person, not the argument against you. He didn't really, dude. All he did was tackle against. Oh well, this person's racist too. If I'm racist, obviously this person's fucking racist. It's like, regardless of that, you're still a piece of shit for attacking children or not. Yes, this person's also a piece of shit. That, thank you for enlightening us, but you don't get a pass. You don't get a scapegoat. You don't get to play this higher level of like, well, yeah, but I'm at least not this person. Like, no. Oh, we need the Gloom because we gotta get rid of the Beedrill. And what I really hated about his whole argument during the whole process of everything was everything. He would admit to everything as long as it was legal. You're sexually harassing minors. Well, I mean, I guess that, but like, just don't call me pedophile. I was like, but you ask for things. You set the situation up regardless. Like it would, yeah. And then not even if we go off his point, it's still illegal regardless. It's solicitation regardless if it was in a joking way or if it was this. It's solicitation. And if taking the victim's account into perspective, no, like this girl still cries coming into a server where she thought, oh, me and my brother can, be chill. Me and my brother can find a spot where we can, bond. And for this guy to kind of like come out here and just destroy all that for these poor kids is disgusting. And if he's like, well, I was an asshole, yes, but you harassed her. You made certain comments about her body that no adult should say about a kid. God forbid any 21-year-old say, damn, that fucking, like, there's a reason why we don't like Machine Gun Kelly here, and it's because he basically said 17-year-old Kylie Jenner not gonna sleep with her. Like, again, my friend, regardless of not if she was okay with that comment or not, guess what that is? That's sexual fucking harassment. Like, god fucking damn, we need that Gloom in the team over the bug Pokemon simply because Gloom is, I think, a special attacker. But let's get rid of Ellen. Play the music. Goodbye, bitch. Fuck you. We don't fuck with that bullshit. We all saw the fucking. We all know how she treats her peoples. What's good, Marcus? How you doing? How you been? But yeah, no, dude. Seth the programmer, dude. He's the type of guy who thinks he's too cool for his own good, and he looks like he's just one of those debate bros who's like, I can't lose a debate, and let's evolve Seth. Actually, speaking of Seth, let's turn him to a vile Gloom, a vile groomer. That's what he is, a vile groomer, not a vile plume, vile groomer. Good, man. I'm just talking about the Seth the programmer bullshit that's happening with him trying to like skate on by over like these allegations and trying to pretend to be like Mr. Higher Ground. Like, it's fucking insane. Let's see how strong this. So definitely defense, special defense, nice. Special attack, nice, especially for mostly bullet and poison. That's what I like to see. All right, we're just gonna get these guys leveled up when we can. But yeah, I'm just speaking up a little bit about this and how, like, I just think, like, especially off the Keemstar interview podcast or I don't even, that's like 6 hours of fucking outrageous content. You just see how much he flails like a fucking fish on the hook, and how even the people who are kind of aware of these shenanigans were either they were gaslit fucking phenomenally, or they just took his word of mouth for it. And that's really hard when we take word of mouth. We really gotta take word of character. And if you know your friend's a piece of shit asshole and he does all this shit, and you've known that he's sexually harassed a girl of age, but because it's of age, he's willing to admit that. He's willing to admit that he had sexual misconduct with a girl that was old. That way he can claim, oh well, it is what it is. That's what I don't really care for in this like whole thing, is he was willing to admit that. Why? Simply because that's not truly illegal. I'm confused. Who is he? Seth the programmer is the best way I can put him. He's a power scaler. He does what like Death Battle tries to do, but he kind of has a more anime based take where he has a more base take where he takes into consideration all types of media. He breaks them down pretty good. I have to admit, when he goes into detail, it's actually really good. I just recall seeing him with like Swag Kage and a bunch of these other content creators that I genuinely like, because they cover Naruto and Boruto and that kind of content. And what has always kind of made me a little hesitant about him was he off rip how he talks to the people that he collabs with and people he calls friends. I always saw that I was like, dude, it just seems a little too angry. You kind of it always to me came off like you're belittling your friends for what? Like, what reason are you belittling your friends for? Because it's just very sad to know that this is how you treat human beings, especially human beings that you not only claim to be your friends but work with. And that's who he is. He's a power scaler. Yeah, no, but his allegations against him are like the actual ones that it's been pretty easily brought up as sexual harassment, I would argue sexual misconduct with minors, actual sexual misconduct with legal adults, bullying, and just like altogether just being a piece of fucking shit on the internet. And when you hand it to your instincts, sometimes your instincts are just so fucking right, so good that they're right. Because I always knew he was kind of a weird like cookie, and I'm not gonna say oh, just because he was weird that I was able to like not figure it out. But no, it's just there's some people that you just can tell are just not in your like best interest, and he always seemed like the type that just would disregard people's best interest, especially his friends. For like videos to come out with him talking shit to one friend about the other friend just goes to show his character. Just say like, oh, I don't fucking like this person, but the only reason why I associate with this person is because we make similar content and that's good for me. Like, dude, come on, that's so pathetic. Like, you're gonna talk crap about these people that are your friends. You can say they're not, but I mean, I guess you don't see them that way, but that they would go and ride or die for you. They spend calls with you. They'd go above and beyond for you, and just throw them under the bus simply because either they're just better at something than you, or you feel just justified because why not? It's sick. It's one of those things where like I'm happy that people are attacking him, but I think the people who are attacking him are trying to like save their own asses other than revealing everything they know. I think they have some stuff that they really want to reveal, but they're trying to save face, and I can't blame them why they want to save face. I really can't blame them. I can't be like, yeah, you're trying to save face. These guys are fucking pieces of shit. Because if anyone would want to save face. Oh, you dropped my shoes, baby? No, the Mochi dropped my shoes. But at the end of the day, you gotta take into consideration the victims that are genuinely like have to deal with all this, like being called this, being called that, and especially the victims are underage, and even the victims of his bullying are underage too. And it's just like, you have to be a sad piece of shit adult to want to bully kids on the internet simply because either you disagree with their points or they don't want to fucking send, you know, their explicit photos to you. Mind you, being a fucking minor, like, regardless how he spins it, regardless how he tries to tell you, you can tell in the way he tries to downplay these allegations and the way he kind of downplays like the actions, like he's obviously a fucking asshole. That's where I'm at with this, and I don't really need to talk about that anymore. Really, that's really just like the bare gist of like where I was at with when it comes to this kind of predator. That's what we're gonna call him, what he is, a predator. Like, I just, if you ever, like, I'm just saying, if whoever enforces, or if you ever hang with people that you know are not the best people, I'd always be wary of who you guys hang out with and who you associate with. I'm not saying judge everybody that you hang with and like put them to the ringer, but just be careful, because you need to pay attention to people's actions and what people say. Some people may do this thing or like, damn, she's hot, and you're like, bro, she's like 16. You're like, oh, I know, but I'm just saying, well, I can't wait till she turns 18. Like, you gotta really strike that behavior and go like, no, that's not fucking cool to say, that's not fucking right to say, that's fucking weird, that's weird behavior, and if you continue that shit around me, I won't fucking be friends with you. And if they say lighten up, or they try to belittle you and say, oh, you're just a soft kind of guy, like, no. It's simply, that shit is not cool, and I don't ever want to be in a situation where something can transpire based off of that. I think that's a very, I don't want to say self-reserved method of communicating with friends, but I think it does both people justice. Because if you can check that behavior and show them why that's not acceptable, but hopefully, maybe you can keep a potential incident that can occur down the road from ever transpiring, because you check that person, let them know that their actions in that regard are nowhere near suitable for any friendship that can possibly, you know, become more down the road. Like, no, it really takes somebody speaking up about these kind of things that can really check people and scare people. Because honest to God, I'll keep it a buck, I'm pretty sure any man would, if you checked his behavior, like, no, that shit's fucking weak, never fucking say that shit to me, around me, or anywhere near a person like that again, would really snap them out and go, oh shit, like, I can't really fuck around and be saying that shit. Even if it's a joke, like, correcting that behavior really does do a lot. Because God forbid that person tries to use that as an excuse on why they can get away saying shit like that. Because guess what? If you don't say anything, they're gonna use that in their own defense. Well, you didn't say anything when I said it before. Why is it a big deal now? Like, don't ever, again, everyone will use silence against you. Silence will, you can't say no, you can't not say anything. You can't use silence to just look the other way, and you can't defend them. You really have to defend, like, dude, that shit's weird. You have to honestly, you have to denounce it. Denouncing is the best option for anybody, regardless of how close his friend are, or when you know he meant, or if you know it was a joke. If you can tell it's a joke, and just be like, aha, cool, funny, but don't joke around like that around me. That's appropriate. You're not the buzzkill of the group if you say shit like that. And if you are a buzzkill of the group and they're all like think that's hilarious, maybe don't hang out with that group. That's a thing. Maybe don't hang out with a group that's like, it's just a joke, because those, yeah, not one, that's not just a joke, and two, what else were they willing to like shrug off as just a joke? You know, it's just not a good, it's just not a good group of people if they're willing to like defend behaviors like that. And it goes back to, it doesn't even have to be with minors. It can even be with just in general, like when it comes to men who like how they treat a woman. If you see a guy who likes to grab on a woman and really like try to like do the extra, it doesn't hurt being the person who's like, dude, like, especially if it's your friend, definitely be the person who goes, hey dude, she's not into you, you need to back the fuck up, like, just let it go. That goes a long ways. You can really make somebody like feel comfortable. And even if like you can't be thinking like, oh, I have to get something out of it, or it's not really my business, because at the end of the day, it can become your business, regardless if you wanted to or not. And you have to have the due diligence to go, okay, this situation can go to shit really quick. Someone needs to say something, or someone needs to do something, and like really like get this person like checked. And if that means jeopardizing a friendship, I'll put it this way: if someone gets defensive off rip of how you're telling them they're being, that's a clear cut sign. If someone goes, oh shit, my bad, like maybe I was going a little too much, they're redeemable. That person can be redeemable if they're acknowledging, oh shit, like, okay, maybe I was going a little too much, or maybe I was pestering a little too much. Like, it's accountability is a redeemable quality that we want to see in everybody. But anybody who dodges accountability is because they're too afraid of looking like the bad guy. And I think when it comes in regardless of any situation that's coming in and out of this world, I think everyone needs to stand on a topic. And if you and another person do not agree, that is perfectly okay. Not everyone needs to agree in life. But if you're if you're getting defensive over somebody else's argument, especially if they're respectful of yours, it's another big red flag right there. If they can't keep it cordial and just be like, you know what, at the end, like, they can't immediately compromise, like, hey, you have your take, I have my take. It really does, it kind of, they miss each other, but hey, I see where you're coming from, just like how you see where I'm coming from. I think it's safe to say, it's safe to say I can see your point of view. And that's all you can really ask in a debate or conversation, like a really big one like that. You really have to allow yourself to know your place, even if you want to just, oh, I'm right 100%, I did nothing wrong. You really have to see their point of view first to go, okay, you know what, I see how you see me, and I just want you to hear how I see you. And then from then on, you know, everyone do their thing, and you go, okay, well, I can admit to this, that I might be overzealous, or I might be pushy, or at times I can come off a little over this or over that, or a little too much this. Like, that shows growth. That shows you're willing to at least admit mistake. And anyone who's willing to admit mistake is far better off than anyone who's trying to die on a hill. And I think that's why certain people who get in trouble for certain things, like regarding certain allegations like this with sexual misconduct, if they can really just admit to themselves and be like, you know what, hey, like, I really kind of fucked up. And it's something that I admired. So somebody, not trying to be funny, and it's ironically that one person fucked up in their past, and now this one, their partner for their own show just recently fucked up, is Justin Roiland. Back in the day, Dan Harmon, when he was working at Community, he admits it. He's like, I think I tried to use my power and my influence to fuck one of my interns, and it just got bad, and the situation spiraled, and it becomes one of those things where it's really easy to get on that slippery slope and make a huge mistake that can cost you your career. And he had wholeheartedly apologized for his misconduct. And I think, again, when you can take accountability for your misconduct, I'm not saying that forgives it, but it does show that you're redeemable in a sense that you're willing to admit your fault. Not everyone can admit that kind of thing. Of course, in this day and age, you don't want to be seen as the bad guy, like I reiterated earlier, but it's crazy how that was a huge thing. And now we have Justin Roiland, who just recently, tremendous amount of allegations coming out against him, and reports on him, and oh my god, critical hit, fuck me, that, alright, let's go heal up again. That really scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay, this is taking way too much health off. No, baby, get off. Here. Come on. Good girl. Sorry, my cat, she jumped on the computer, and I was like, oh, no. So I offered her a supplement, another chair instead of mine. And I think that worked. But yeah, in regards to Justin Roiland, that's a list of evidence that I'm just like, I'm not even gonna be like trying to like go, is it perchance fake? I was like, no, just based off of everything, how he moves and acts, and in general, like what I've kind of argued before. I was like, no. When I like seen him argue before, sorry, the cat tries to jump on my computer. I really don't think anything he said is like I think he generally is guilty of the things that he's been convicted of, and I can tell. And I think the Rick and Morty the showrunners are very much doing their best to make up for the lack of Justin Roiland. I mean, he is legitimately the voice of the show for a good amount of characters, almost all the characters, but I will be excited to see how they change it up. It will be a different show in terms of like different writing styles, and it's just not fair. I think it's never fair to companies that certain people's allegations or even their what they believe affect the product that's coming out. I think art goes beyond the artist, and I think there's a reason why a lot of people listen to Thriller after watching the Michael Jackson documentary, and like, you know, going like, oh, those poor kids, but still blasting Thriller like crazy. Like, at the end of the day, like, yes, what happened is a travesty. We never want to ever condone any of that behavior before, but guess what, like that they had made art that a lot of people enjoy, and to, you know, condemn that art regardless of like what happened is it's not going to do anyone good. And I know a lot of people are kind of on that, kind of trying to die on that horse with the whole the Hogwarts Legacy game thing, really. And my whole personal take on this, and this is not my subjective take, this is my opinionated take, is to tell somebody what they are because of a video game. And I get the argument back is simple. Well, you guys can't not buy a video game to support, you know, LGBTQ issues and or trans issues, and it's not that. It's that a good amount of people have been able to disassociate Joanne, J.K. Rowling, from her I guess her magnus opus, like the very much thing that she created. And it just seems because these issues, she's just very vocal about these issues, that we're just so angry, or we're so like active on this. Yet what drives me just a little crazy is there's a lot of corporations that have equally shady dealings and stuff, and that are making money and profiting off this, and we're not doing anything, or we're not talking about this. And yeah, Activision and their SA case, and then not even just that, like a lot of people, like, yeah, a person died because of this, but we don't want to. So people are still playing Activision games. Or you despise Activision since what? What was the game that Ryan has? Okay. The more of the story when I come to I'm not trying to virtue signal or anything. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, if we're gonna stand on something, I totally support people who are like, you know what, I don't want to play this game. I think those people are valid. If you feel like you can't support this game because you don't want that is perfectly fine. But if you feel the need to tell other people that if they're buying the game, they're enemies to you, it's very toxic. It's essentially the same as being in a toxic relationship as a guy and saying, you know what, you can't have any guy friends. That's the same thing. That's the same level of toxicity that you are doing as a person in that community that's telling everybody else, if they buy this game, they're that. And it really spits on people who actually, like, look, I can decipher the art from the artist. I don't agree with everything she says, but everyone doesn't want to have that conversation of understanding. It's either you don't buy the game and you support trans people, or if you buy the game, you are now TP or trans. I mean the word phobic. Yeah, I don't know if Twitch has been saying that, so that's why I'm like tiptoeing around it, or at least trying to space out the words so they don't get picked up. And you know, it's just at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and if you feel like your point is correct, or you're like, if you really feel that way in terms of it, that's perfectly valid. Just don't tell anybody else what they should do. Don't go bullying. Don't be pestering. You don't have to do all this, like see them streaming and go into streams and comment, how could you do this? How could you betray me for that? Like, it's so overboard. And now you are coming off as a very toxic person, and you're coming off as just overall just unneededly negative, and just not a person you want to be around. And it's something that I genuinely hope that a lot of people can eventually get over their high horse on, because it just comes off a little too preachy, a little too like virtue signaling, that, oh, if you do this, you do that. Especially when people in that same community, in the trans community, that are buying this game are feeling excluded and getting like gatekeeped and getting told like, oh, you're not a real ally, you're not, like, how can you be this and support that, you're just that is disgusting. And it just, again, how are we going to tell anybody else how to run their own narrative and in a positive light? You can definitely do that. You can give advice, you can give opinions, but when you feel the need to make your opinion so vocal and make them hear your opinion, then that becomes a major issue, because now you're not talking to them, you're talking at them. And you know what happens when people get talked at? They don't fucking listen. You can definitely make it apparent and have a panel of people like, look, I personally feel like anybody who buys this game is supporting this person, and that's how she sees it, and guess what, I feel XYZ about this. That's perfect. As long as you're able to hear somebody go, well, this series for me has always been this for me, it's always inspired me for hope, and it even inspired me to like do this and come out to this, or regarding those lines. You both have to hear each other's points and go, you know what, hey, I'm not gonna come at you this way, I understand that you're coming out this way, good for you. I hope I'm sorry we don't see eye to eye on this point, but hopefully we can on others. That is how a conversation between grown adults happens, not these ultimatums of, you do this, then don't fucking follow me this. That is ultimatums are the last resort of the conventional and the first resort of the unconventional. Like, if your first instinct is to make an ultimatum on somebody, then you obviously do not want to compromise. You don't want to listen, you don't want to talk, you just want to be right, or you want to be wrong. Or, no one wants to be wrong, you just want to be right. But if compromisation is ultimatum is the last resort that you go to, it's the only reason why is because you've tried everything else. You've tried to compromise, you've listened, you've done all of what you should do, and guess what happened? It didn't fully work, and that is valid. It doesn't need to fully work. Everyone doesn't need to come to a compromise in any friendship. Everyone doesn't need to agree on the same points. But the second you make the ultimatums, you're now becoming that controlling friend. You're now controlling how you want your friends to react to you. And I think it's just very, I don't want to say sad, but I think it's easy to say, damn, people couldn't buy a video game and support this cause. That's sad. It's equally easy to say people can't separate art from the artist. That's sad. Like, the points can be literally layered on top of each other and made for each other. It's like, again, because it's not that they're stupid, it's just they're missing over the main point. And it's really, it's very telling, and I know that word's going to be used against me. It's very telling how rational people can be out of the sales that Harry Potter has. And I know a lot of people are like, no, that's just telling how many phobics that there are. No, there are genuinely people who can separate art from the artist. There are people who actually, guess what, enjoy the Harry Potter universe. I very much love the Harry Potter universe. I've enjoyed it since I was a kid. I love that I get to share it with my beautiful girlfriend. I love that my brother loves it. I love that my sisters love it. I love that my family genuinely likes to get into it. to say that me living this series supports this or is in justification of this person's phobic takes, it's not cool, and it's very much, again, gatekeeping. So again, for someone who enjoys drama, I think that shit's hilarious. Subjective, that's me opinionated. Subjectively, how I feel about the issue is, I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but no one needs to share their opinion, because guess what? When you feel like you need to share your opinion and you need to attack people and you need to belittle people and virtue signal like, oh, you couldn't just not buy it, like, come on, really? You don't need to do all of that. It's just at the end of the day, stop trying to like tell people how they should run their lives. Guess what? There's something I saw in legitly that is a good point of like taking off that like, you know, letting go and not letting something biasly affect you is this show with the judge. He was a black judge, and these two women are arguing over the remains of one of the woman's son. The aunt is arguing that she should keep this stuff because she's trying to claim that the mother was a horrible mother. And what genuinely pisses me off, or what genuinely impresses me about the judge is when racist things are coming out against the sister, and she's like, oh well, I see, that's taken out of context. No, the mother of the deceased child had the recordings, and the judge said, look, this doesn't affect the case. It's not going to sway me or anything. The point of this, we're talking about A, B, and C. X, Y, and Z does not compute in this equation. And she's like, well, I'm glad we can see it that way. And he's like, ma'am, you don't need to agree with me. We are not friends. We don't need to be friends. I'm better than you simply because I'm not a bigot. But your bigotry does not determine if you should get this. You know, it determines the law, what's fair, what's right. And to have that strength to take yourself out of that implicit bias to quickly go, you know what, fuck this bitch for fucking being racist, I'm gonna make sure she doesn't win. He was very vocal. I'm like, I'm not gonna, first off, yes, this shit is offensive, but guess what, she's entitled to her opinion. It is not illegal. She was in a private residence. She was in her private residence, like regardless how she feels ethically, and I guess what would you say, like having racist views would be, with not ethical, would be I guess political. I guess that's a fucked thing to say, but yeah, her political takes or political views on people and of color, very fucking gross. But the judge said best, it's not illegal. But what is illegal is this, and what is fair is that this person is the mother and she just gets this, and that's just the way she gotta be. And it goes, like, again, my opinion overall is, if you enjoy the game, get it. If you genuinely feel like you don't want to get it because you don't want to like offend your trans friends, and you want to stand by them, and you think it's right not to get the game, guess what, you can do that too. You can do anything you want, because guess what, at the end of the day, you are an adult person. Hopefully, I'm assuming most of the people who watch me are adult people. You are adult persons who can make their own rational decisions. You are not held to any other standard other than the standard that you are making for yourself. Hopefully you're not a shit person and make shitty standards. Hopefully you make genuinely high standards for yourself, because it's really not worth all this headache or losing sleep over it, or like feeling like you're a bad person for getting the game. You're not a bad person for getting this game. That is the number one thing I want to say. You are not a bad person for wanting to get a game that you love. And anyone who tries to say you are is virtue signaling, and they're very much they're a bad representation of what should be represented in communities, which is people who actually fuck, I lost my train of thought, but I was trying to say people who actually are signals of genuine, I can't say a word, I don't think so, but just people who are just genuine in general, because no person's gonna call somebody a phobic person that is a genuine person. The only people who are going to do that are people you don't know. And as somebody who makes it his mission not to give a fuck about people who I don't know's opinions, is, again, people who you don't know shouldn't like rule your world. You are a human being. You have people that you genuinely care about. You have people you genuinely associate with every day. You have your own friends. You have your own group. And no one on the internet should make you feel bad. And if they do, guess what? Fuck them. No, doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter their sexual orientation, their gender identity, their position in society, what their bond, their relationship to you. Never let anyone make you feel bad for existing or enjoying something. And now, don't take that out of context. When I say simply enjoying something that does not harm anyone else. And people who are going to be like, oh, that game harms people. The game does not harm anyone. The game is not going and putting money into these things. Is it? You can make the argument by proxy, yes, but then by proxy, everything else is putting the money into people who are horrible people. So, again, by nature, us working and making taxes, and like, if we go by proxy, it's my fault that there's homeless people. If in reality, if we're doing by proxy guilt tripping, I'm not doing my civil duty enough to make sure that my taxes are being put to a thing to make sure that homeless people are getting taken care of the right way. That's my fault. I am the fucking shit person for that. That's that same rationalization. Yeah. Like, if it's the thing is, if you're gonna virtual signaling, then guess what? Now the microscope is gonna be on you, and any little fuck up you do is going to be used against you. That's what virtual signaling does. That's what being woke does. If you're gonna be woke, guess what's gonna happen? You're under a magnifying glass. You can't break that shit. It's like when everyone wants to be fucking vegan. Guess what? If I see you eat a fucking chicken sandwich, if I see you drink fucking milk or orange juice or anything like that, I'm gonna fucking call that shit out. I don't know. I don't even fucking know. I think orange juice is if it's processed or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Maybe I was just making something dumb. But the whole point I'm trying to say is, like, easily the shoe can be on you, and if you react like offended or hurt, guess what? Other people have been in that direction too. Just be fucking civil with each other. That's all I'm saying. If you can just have a simple conversation without yelling, without putting your emotions into it, by simply just letting the other person know where you're coming from and, you know, hear where they're coming from, you know what that does? You know what that can make? It can make fucking growth. It can make a stable relationship and understanding between two parties who probably don't agree on everything, but it can at least compromise. And you know what that is? It gives hope to people. It gives hope to people that they can have those same conversations. They can have these same compromisations in any of the relationships, whether it's familiar, romantic, or platonic. Like, come on, guys, we need to be better, and we need to stop with this fucking canceling. If you're this, then you're that, or that you're this. It should never be anything of this sort. Cancelization is reserved for people who are true monsters in the world, true monsters that we never want to see platformed, true monsters that we will feed and like cancelization would people who make mistakes. There's a lot of people in this world who make mistakes. It's how they react to their mistakes that can somewhat be an argument if they shouldn't be canceled or not. But when people are making these just outrageous claims, or just trying to tell you that you're this, or trying to tell you that you're not a person who respects these people because you're in support of this, you need to, I don't want to say reality check them, but you need to let them know, hey, I don't, that this feels like you're contacting me. I need to speak my piece, and if you don't like what I have to say, that's perfect. We do not need to communicate any further. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. It's really easy to be civil, really easy to keep it a buck. But again, if you do that, guess what everybody wants to do? No, we can't have that. Peace, being a genuine human being. I need drama. I need to expose you. Like, okay, so that's what your priorities are at. Your priorities are reserved for exposing me, because that's what's gonna make you famous, and that's what's gonna make you this ultimate good guy in some either girl's eyes or just the person you're trying to impress's eyes. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, because there's always another person who's worse in this world, but you want to focus on the person who's famous, because famous gives you clout, and even covering somebody who's worse doesn't get you clout. It just gets you told that, oh yeah, I cover this person. Who is that person? No one knows, but they're a shit person too. And you're like, oh damn, I should have went for somebody with more clout. No, it's just don't go for anybody. Don't. Okay, let me rephrase that. Don't go for anybody don't go for somebody just simply because they're famous. Like, call out all these inappropriate things on everyone that you'd run into in life that does these kind of things. That being said, yeah, if you guys are wondering, am I getting Hogwarts Legacy? Yes, I'm getting Hogwarts Legacy. Your boy's gonna be in Slytherin, and whether I'll stream if I stream it or not, I haven't fully decided. I don't know. Yeah, I have.
You know what? Fuck you.
Okay, well, if my girlfriend's streaming, I probably won't be streaming it right off rip. I'll stream it eventually. I think I just want to enjoy the experience. I don't want to. I honestly do not want to see. This is what I had. This is tricky with me being a streamer. I don't want to wait to play this game. I don't want to just go like, ah, damn, I have to wait because I want to play with everybody else, or I want to play with you guys. Oh, well, the whole point of it is I eventually want to just stream it simply because I like the game, and I don't want to get what I call a stream locked, where I can't touch the game simply because I'm playing with you guys, and I'm like, oh no, man, I'm just trying to play the game with. I just want to be Slytherin and do Slytherin shit and etc. etc. No, like, I'm gonna be playing it on my own. Eventually, maybe I might stream it when the hype dies down. What are you saying, baby? You're gonna play the game when? Yeah. I think that's fair. I think it's fair wanting to like play it with friends and just going like, hey, like, I'll eventually play. I will play this with you guys and show you guys what I've been doing so far. But as of anything else, you guys will not see this unless you guys really want it. Then let me know. I just want to play the game and just be able to just turn my brain off and just enjoy the storyline, enjoy all this. Like, it's one of the reasons why I don't like streaming new games really, unless it's a game that I know nothing about. I'm not really excited for it. I'm just like, okay, let me just jump in. But when it's a game that I'm like waiting for, I'm like Pokemon Scarlet, I don't think I'd be able to stream Pokemon Scarlet really, because of the fact that I would want to play it off my offhand. Like, I wouldn't be able to just do the stories and like do this. I mean, I probably could do a jumble thing of it. I can really edit it, but that's not genuine. I want you guys want to see my genuine like joy from catching this, or my genuine joy from beating that, and like, I feel like that's more reserved for me as a fan of the games. Like, what I think I would do is I would play the game. I would stream the game that I don't like, or the second disc or the second copy game. You know, there's always two copies. I would stream the second copy and keep the one that I would stream the copy I don't want to play on my off day, and that way I can play it, have a new experience with you guys, and have my own experience with the game with myself. I think that's a fair thing to do. Oh my god, we have nothing. Hold on. We need to use one. Where's the ethers? No, well, no. I'll just play the other version. Like, you know, there's Scarlet and Violet. I would play Scarlet on my off time, but Violet would be what I would be streaming. Simply because I would know I would want to play the fuck out of Scarlet, and I would just play it. But I wouldn't be able to, but at least with Violet, I was like, okay, like, it's not my first choice, but it's enjoyable enough. Larvitar. This is Rock. Dark? I think Larvitar is Rock Dark. Good, he's poisoned. I'm gonna need to go to the Pokemon Center. After this, I'm gonna use the... I gotta use the thing. I gotta go buy a bunch of stuff. Because we are low on health, we are low on so many things. I think an appropriate level to at least be at is 65 for yeah, for this game. I think I'm gonna have us cap out at 65 in terms of levels for everybody. Only because I think if I go over 65, it's gonna be a breeze. If I go under 60, it's gonna be definitely a challenge. But I don't like, if I lose, it is what it is. Like, the Elite Four is the Elite Four, like, for a reason. Like, that is the end all be all. Like, that is what makes or breaks the run. Oh my god, the fucking shenanigans. The fact that I'm only using poison Pokemon, I have not caught a Nidoking, really upsets me. I really wish I could have caught a Nidoking, but hey, Nidoqueen, she's okay. She's good. She's a ground Pokemon. I'll take what I can get. Oh my lord. In terms of DC news, I'm actually really, don't want to say I'm shocked, but I don't want to say I'm happy. I'm simply gonna say I'm interested in seeing what DC has to offer. Shit, dude. Like, DC has a lot of new things coming out. As people don't know, James Gunn just released his whole new list. And one thing I gotta give to James Gunn, fuck me. One thing I was gonna give to James Gunn was the fact that a lot of the oh fuck, I don't have any health. I don't have nothing. Jesus. James Gunn's taken over. He has interesting ideas that he's going to implement, and I'm excited to see what he does with the DC universe. And I like how he's kind of explained that any movie that comes out that's like not necessarily DC is going to be a Elseworld story. So like the Joker, Matt Reeves Batman, and the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movies are going to be their kind of like their own. They're going to be their own storylines that are just there, and not to take them as canon for the main storyline. So that at least that keeps the artistic. That at least allows the other directors to continue their movie franchises without stepping on the toes of what DC really wants to do. I'm kind of excited that they're keeping Shazam. Shazam is an interesting, I don't want to say, he is an interesting superhero for me, because I went into the Shazam movie genuinely really loving it, and really it did a lot for like me in terms of like making me like want to become a foster parent, and just genuinely just I want to say enjoy the idea of being a foster parent, but it showed me the beauty of what being a foster family can do, and having a house full of foster kids, and how very much that doesn't take away anything from those children, that doesn't take away any family aspect. Like, those very much kids that are in that movie feel so. You gotta give it to the actors too, the kid actors. Like they genuinely make the whole movie feel like this is an actual like family. And you really forget that all of them are adopted because they just mesh so well together, and you really see where they're coming from. And again, when a movie makes you just think like that, or even just honor that whole aspect, you're kind of like, wow, it's done really well. Because it could have been done bad, definitely could have done bad, but it wasn't, and that's to be appreciated. All right, we gotta go back. We gotta buy stuff. I don't have a Zubat no more, or Crobat, because he passed away. R.I.P. But like all things in life, we just gotta roll with the punches. I am definitely excited of some of the videos I've been doing for YouTube content. Taking off a Friday from my stream schedule really does open up a lot. I didn't do a villain last week video because we had so much going on here. Like, it was just so much going on. We decided to take a little bit of break and relax and enjoy time together with me and Oni. So I was just very happy that to take that time off and just take a step to relax. But definitely gonna do one. I think I can tell you guys what I'm gonna do it on. I don't need to leave this a surprise. I said I want to do it on Odin from the God of War games, simply because Odin is just a fucking dastardly villain. God damn, one of my favorite villains in video games. Like, just how conniving and how fucking toxic this motherfucker is. I would have done Zeus, but I think just Odin just peers off just a little bit better, only because Zeus's tactics. Zeus uses his power and influence to get what he wants. Meanwhile, what? God fucking damn! So I have to go. Okay, so obviously I have to do all this bullshit, go across town just to get items. This is the pain when you don't have a flying Pokemon. God damn it. I'm thinking I just want to run through the Elite Four. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I at least want to get us to Elite Four. That way we can at least end the game, regardless if we win or lose. There's a conclusion to this game, and we can just end this. And I don't know what I'll replace with Pokemon. I think I'll just have Resident Evil for the most part. Maybe, I don't know what I'd play. What else would I play? I'd probably play something else. Might put something else in the time slot until I find a story-based game that I want to play again. Maybe we'll do Pokemon again. I don't know. We could do that. I really enjoyed playing Pokemon. It's one of those games where I can. Oh my god. It's one of those games I can turn my brain off and just kind of play through the whole day and not really feel any type of way about it. Like, I can really just tune myself into Pokemon. What else is coming out? Oh my god, I'm trying to think what else is coming. I think, like I said, for DC movies, nothing really. Shazam looks interesting. I don't know how much I'm gonna enjoy it, because the characters that are coming out, the Daughters of Atlas, seem like cool villains. Not really right up to speed. I thought would be good. I thought Black Adam would be good. Black Adam, a movie I did not watch because I don't think I need to watch The Rock be The Rock. Really. In a movie where he's a super anti-villain or anti-hero. Because again, I don't want to say it's unneeded. It really is. It was a movie that I did not need. I just needed to see The Rock fight Zachary Levi, not fight every other hero. The fact that they made Black Adam an anti-hero baffles me, because even the comics right now, that's the narrative they're trying to push, and it just doesn't really fit, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. Possibly I'm going crazy. Alright, let's put some lapel on. Okay, that makes sense. But what else am I looking forward to? Marvel wise, Ant-Man, fucking excited to see that. I am just genuinely excited to see Ant-Man. Like, nothing I enjoy more than a villain that genuinely makes me go, oh goddamn, oh fuck, he's about that. He's about that life. Like, having a villain like King the Conqueror in starting off the new phase is exciting. I want to see King. I want to be afraid of King. And yes, I know it's a fucking movie. I know it's a made up series, but it's what I genuinely love about like any media form is if it can genuinely make me feel scared, feel terrified for any amount of time, any amount of seconds, that I'm just like genuinely like, god damn, like what the fuck. If it has me doing that, it essentially won. It did its job. It made me go like, it made me think. Like, if the movie leaves me thinking or pondering it more than just a simple, oh, that was cool, or I guess that was all right, then it's done its job. That's the reason why, like, right now Puss in Boots is one of the astonishingly greatest movies ever. I definitely want to do a video on Puss in Boots because I have so much to say about that movie, and so much I just left that movie theater like loving this movie. It had no business being so good. It's such a fantastic film. It's done well. The use of characters, and the one thing I really loved about it is there is a character who's evil just for evil's sake, and it doesn't suck. And I think it's one thing a lot of people always want to do is they always want to make an overpowered villain, or they always want to make a villain is evil for a reason. Sometimes a piece of shit is a piece of shit for no reason other than they're an asshole. And I think that's a fair take. Yeah, Jack Horner is a fucking great villain. I just love how much of a piece of shit he is, and how comedic it's played. John Mulaney plays it so well. My girlfriend was trying to like do a double take. She's like, I know that voice. Who is that? And I think you had said you thought it was Seth MacFarlane, Roger's voice from American Dad.
I had specific scene
Yeah.
between Roger
Yeah.
and I couldn't pinpoint which one was which. Is that fuck?
Yeah. No, but I will say I was definitely shocked. It was John Mulaney as Little Horner Jr. or whatever his name is, Little Horner Pie. Or I thought it was fucking gnarly. I was shocked. It was funny that he was this kind of asshole rich kid has a pie company. And what cracked me up the most was when the Jiminy Cricket character of this movie tries to be like, well, you have to have some redeeming qualities. And he's like, my wish is to have magic so nobody else can have it. Like, god damn, what a spoiled fuck. Like, I gotta give it to, but like I said, he was a fun comedic villain compared to like someone like every character was very much a foil for one another. Jack Horner was a foil for Goldilocks. Puss in Boots and Kitty Sawpaws were foils of each other. One willing to be vulnerable with the other one not willing to be. Perito himself was foil for death for Lobo. One candid wanted to kill him and put fear into him about death. The other one wanted to show him why life is beautiful and why it's worth being afraid, and why no matter how afraid you are, it's okay to be afraid of life. Just don't let it rule you. Oh my god, again. I can go on and on about why Puss in Boots is probably gonna win an award for this year at least, I think, for how good it was. But yeah, no, Puss in Boots definitely worth a watch. I would watch it again, literally just because of how much I enjoyed it and how much it really spoke to my heart. Like seeing Puss have an anxiety attack genuinely made me like tear up a bit, because it's really hard to like see that in a character and have it. Like I would argue, I don't want to argue, but I would say it was appropriately done well, because you could see how he's reacting and why he's freaking out, and just the whole life flashing before your eyes, and even the fact that Perito sits down next to him to calm him down. All of that was just fucking wonderful and done so eloquently, and it just really hits the feels. Whether Goldilocks' whole storyline made me fucking cry, of her just wanting to leave her parents behind because she felt like she wasn't a bear, and because she wasn't a bear she didn't fit in correctly, and she was willing to just leave them behind. And oh my god, like I said, the stories in this movie, fan-fucking-tastic, man. Fantastic. I fucking love it. Oh my god. Like, such a good thing. And it had no business being that good. And I think one thing I really loved too was how every character, even though some characters are foils of each other, how they react adjacently very much dictates like where they land in redeemability and how far gone they are. Like, it's just so good, man. And even like the fear of death lingering in this movie, you genuinely can feel like I think what it showed is you do not need to have the villain really more like all over the movie. You just need to feel his presence in the movie. That's all you really need. And this movie accomplishes that. Like, yeah, you have the main antagonist. Like, there was villains in this movie, but death in this movie felt like the primary antagonist. The protagonist moves because the antagonist moves. That's what it feels like, and that's how a villain should be. A villain should be a reaction. Yeah, it should always be a two-step thing. If the villain goes left, the hero's supposed to step up or step in a direction. He's not supposed to stand still. Whoa, okay, that burn is kind of crazy. Let me get that hyper potions going. Ultimately, fucking a phenomenal watch. I kind of was happy that we got to go watch it in theaters. The experience alone was just phenomenal. I'm excited to see what they do. Like, I don't think DreamWorks has ever really let me down in terms of like movies. Yes, a lot of people have their contentions with some of their earlier movies, but like me thinking about it, really, I was like, I don't think DreamWorks has really put out anything that I've never like at least enjoyed enough to like think about. And I was thinking about this at work too. I was like, I remember Over the Hedge, and I don't remember hating Over the Hedge. And I was like, I thought Over the Hedge, yeah, I remember Over the Hedge having some genuinely good scenes, and me going, hey, you know what? It was actually pretty. I liked it, and I think that's a good compliment for DreamWorks. Is I can say I liked it. While sadly for some Disney products, there are some that I feel like, okay, that was cool, or like I watched maybe once and then I never watch again. Like, I think Raya was one Disney movie that I was like, yeah, I can go, oh, that was a Disney movie, right? Huh. And I forgot, I think DreamWorks did one similar to that, or I forgot what. Netflix has a movie like that, what's called To the Moon or something, that is, I feel like is done so much more better, that's funner, that feels essentially around the same cultural themes and even the same narrative themes. It's just done better. And I don't know, man, I feel like I could go on and on. It just depends on what you, I guess, like. DreamWorks has had some pretty good hits. None like they've been consistent. They've been at least C and above. But Disney's had some genuine like I don't remember this at all. What happens in this movie? God, I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think what other Disney movies I didn't really like that I was just like that was a cool movie. I don't think I'll watch it again. It's really hard now since Disney doesn't release them to theaters anymore. They just release them through the streaming service. So now it feels like easier to get away with them not being as good. Just a little bit. What did you say? You didn't like Soul? I think I watched Soul like 3 or 4 times because I liked it a lot. I could see that though. It was definitely a I would say it was a hard movie to like yeah. I could see that. Oh wait, perfect actually. You are a baby. Well, that's our baby. Her own safety blanket. Ultimately, man, so much. I don't know what to expect. What's gonna come out next in terms of like content wise. I just really hope some good stuff comes. Honestly, all I really care about. Let's go fuck these twins up. Oh, we can fight both of them. Perfect. Make it easy for me. Oh, they got electric Pokemon. I don't like that. Oh, that's gonna shock me. Let's do this one. Oh, yeah, my ears. I knew that. You're hungry? Oh, God. Okay. I almost lost a fucking vital member to my team. Well, that's hard when someone's asking me they're hungry. Oh, there's corn dogs and there's hot dogs. Jesus Christ. I almost lost. That's horrible. That's scary. Losing a primary member like that so early in the game would fuck me up. I would have to. No, I wouldn't have to. But I would die if I lost this so late in the game. Someone like Cardi B, like who's been the pillar of my team. Like it's the bulkiest member, the one that hits the hardest. I would be like, okay, well I can't win this one. Can't really rage quit. I was like, all right, well she lost, we died, she died. It is what it is. And then you love the baby. Where's the appeals, Mash repels. How long have we streamed for? Let's see. Hour. Oof, we're pushing time. I'm only trying to get to Elite 4 before we end the stream. again. Go down here. Down this way. Gotta find him eventually. Is this Elite Four? Oh, we almost made it. Or did we make it? Did we make it? Oh, God. Fucking beats. Okay. There we go. Eagle Plateau. And we made it. Okay. I thought that was longer. Maybe because I'm thinking of the one in Pokemon Emerald. Are you harassing our baby? Oh God. Full restores. Let me see. Let me start selling shit. I know, baby. I know you love it. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost ready for Elite Four. Just sell some of this stuff. Link. OG. I don't know why I whistle at her like she's a dog. She's not a dog, and it always trips me out every time I do a whistle. I'm like, if she understood what I'm saying, okay, that's fantastic. I would laugh. She acts like a dog sometimes. I surprisingly, as a proud papa of a beautiful cat, I am often contemplating her catness a lot. I'm like, is she a cat? Because she just. All right.
Why do you drink the
I love my cat. My cat is the reason why I'm a cat person. I always say this, and people are like, well, "That's interesting thing to say." I'm like, I am a dog. I love dogs. I love like an over affectionate animal. But I will say the fact that my cat loves to give me affection here and there makes me happy. All right, let's fuck this guy up. Oh. Double edge. Don't really like double edge. Let's see if I can fight here. God damn! Speaking of fucking Emerald, Rayquaza's here. God damn it! This is the big dog. Alright, we're gonna train here for a little bit. I still have until like I'll probably stop streaming when I have to eat, which is like in 2 hours. And then I can at least enjoy watching some television with my beautiful partner and sneak in a nap or something. I don't know. You wanna play more Minecraft? Okay. I can at least sneak in a nap and try to play some Minecraft. Come on. Fuck. Alright, this is a dragon. Pure dragon. At least let's get her to 60. Dragon breath. Yeah. You see how spoiled she is? I gotta heal. Let's not use a full restore. I don't want to use a full restore simply because I'm trying to save that for the league. Dragon Rage. Okay. At least we fucking tanky as fuck. Sludge Bomb this bitch. Sludge Bomb should fucking at least poison it. Yes! Let's go, Sludge Bomb. Yes. That sounds like you, baby. Alright, yeah, this is just gonna be fucking making sure we get up the levels. In fact, let's put Seth at. Let's put Jada. Seth. I guess this will be what really makes the levels go up. We just keep finding Rayquaza, I guess. Fuck it. It is what it is. It takes a god to make a god, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I am pleasantly surprised to hear, and kind of sad to hear, that... Okay, I'll explain why I'm sad. But Avatar is getting a reboot. Netflix is rebooting it, so is Paramount Plus. They're they're doing the third Avatar, the Earthbender Avatar. And why I kind of feel a little hurt is because originally the fan-made comic, The Tales of Genji, was actually pretty fucking cool. I like the idea, like, the Avatar wasn't picked really. It was speculated to be this one guy. Meanwhile, Genji is this earthbending guy who's trying to make money for his mom. He tries to be there for his little sister. It really makes you love the characters, and it's like right off rip, because you're like, oh, like, he's kind of a average Joe guy who doesn't really see himself as anything bigger than just being a provider for his family, because that's his main focus. And it does make you go, oh, that's a sick concept. I like that. And even with like the false naming of one of the avatars, and seeing the descendants of characters we've known before, just fucking fantastic. And I don't know, to have that canceled, and the people who worked so hard on that comic to kind of just, be like, it is what it is. Paramount's announcing a new series, and since they're announcing a series, we kind of have to close our series. These people worked hard on it. It was something that's been talked about. They worked really hard on the story, and I really wish they would release at least the I get why they can't. It's the same reason, they can't use other outside concept besides the one that's developed in the writer's room, because then to outsource for that, it's just so many complicated things. It's the reason why when people have like theories for Star Wars movies, or like ideas for this, they can't really use said ideas, because if once those ideas are presented by a fan, it becomes like non-usable, because it wasn't developed by them naturally, or wasn't developed them where it's supposed to be appropriately developed. So they kind of just have to go like, well, it is what it is. At least the Pokemon here are decently leveled, so we can at least get to 60 pretty easily. We'll see how long it takes. Hopefully we can get at least to Elite 4. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to Elite 4, but let's at least hang out, talk, and knock out some bosses for a while. And at least we're at the Elite 4 now, so at least next episode, which I might we can do, will be the ending of this series, and we'll have it, instead of this being a full parter, so the next video being a full 4-parter, it'll be just a simple hour quick into it, and letting you guys just seeing the whole video up and down. Yeah, that way I can just edit it like that, or at least stream it straight, and then just not really have to do too much editing. I can just put it out there. Okay, come on, give me another Rayquaza. I need that EXP, bitch. Alright, let's see. Strength. What time is it right now? Do I have on it? I have another 30 minutes before I'll end the stream. So I was, but if I'm not progressing narratively and I'm just grinding, I'm gonna just lose my head. So I'd rather just do a little grinding now to kill the time, and then I'll do off-screen grinding, and then that way I can hang out with you and watch TV or play Minecraft or something. Yeah, I'll be. What time are you doing them at? Yeah, so I could just take a nap. You could just wake me up like at when you just wake me up, and then I'll get a coffee in and eat, and then yeah, that works out. That works well. Yeah, I can do that. Animes I'm looking forward to. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna enjoy Dr. Stone. I just saw the Dr. Stone special, the Ryutsu or Ryusei special, and I was. Oh, the breads are here, baby. But the Ryusei like special generally had me hyped. I was like, dude, oh, this is why I like Dr. Stone. I was like, bro, why haven't I like? Oh man, I'm just telling you guys right now, Dr. Stone is back on my like. We might be covering it on the channel again. I don't want to cover too many YouTube. I think I'm gonna cover at least 2 series maybe on my channel if I'm watching a series, because it's gonna be tough to like cover every series and make a video about them, especially with editing and everything. And I mean, maybe we can do something where visually speaking I just talk, just have moving pictures and just me talking, but then I like kind of showing certain scenes from the anime and just speeding them up so you have something to like enjoy in the background while listening to me talk. We'll see. I've tried to do covering of anime series. I've done just waiting to watch the whole thing and then reviewing at the end. That gets tough because I don't like doing long forms of what? My ADHD. Yeah, I think it's definitely a big fan of why I like making short videos, like really quick to the point where something I can edit in the day prior to like something that's going to take me a while. Although I do love the opportunity to do something of that along those lines, only because it like for right now I'm working on a Kawaki video. I'm actually working on the Uzumaki sibling video, which is a video about me describing the social relationships between the Kawaki, Baruto, and Himawari, and why how they affect each other, what characters that in different medias relate to them, and how they act and move and prosper. I think it's gonna be a fun video to do. I recorded the Kawaki part. I just need to go through it and really edit it and get it ready for development, and then eventually I'll do the Baruto, then I'll do the Himawari. But until then, I'm just going to be dropping smaller videos while keeping in mind that I have that video that I really want to work on. I'm learning how to do. I'm just getting more into wanting to create info. Yeah, we'll get more to info. What are you doing? Okay. Well, I mean, I'll see the end result. But yeah, I think I'm just enjoying making YouTube content and having fun like that. Enjoying other content. I like making positive content too, so that's one thing I like to do on TikTok. Is now I'm gonna start making a video a week of just positivity and sharing that with everybody. That way, everybody has, all it takes is one person to say "Have a good day," or someone to genuinely just say, "You know what, you were doing your best," for you to really feel like whatever you do in life or whatever has been troubling you can be not just blown away, but it can easily melt off you when you just hear some warm words that just you really need to hear, especially when they have some sincerity in them, and it just feels good. It feels motivating. It makes you feel like you're seen. And honestly, in this day and age, being seen is probably the biggest thing you can do for somebody. And it's one of my favorite bands at the time. I don't know. Well, one of my favorite bands when I was younger was called Stick to Your Guns, and they were a pretty fucking hard. They're a hardcore band. They're fucking gnarly as fuck. But they have a song called "Built Upon the Sand," and it was in regards to this person who had committed suicide. And this person had left a note that if just one person just tells me hi, or just acknowledges my existence, or makes me feel seen, or just someone that just lets me know that, like, just says have a good day, or just says hi, just a simple acknowledgement, that I will feel seen, and I will feel that's all I need in life. And of course the song is just talking about like how we really as people need to be better and just treat each other with more respect, and understand that some people are struggling in battles that even if we can't see, we still need to be socially, not socially calibrated, but like have some awareness to these their struggles, and just remember to make the people that we love and care about give up. What were you trying to do? Oh fuck. What's in it? And yeah, actually, I might make like a sandwich, or mix that with eggs and put it in a sandwich, or I'll put an egg in it too. So, you wanna put it in the fridge? Because you know I'll eat the whole thing. You don't waste food with me. Oh my god. Something I call it my domestication life now, but like my domestication arc is genuinely something I appreciate in my life now. Like having this consistency with a partner who I can adore and just go through life with. It's very fun, and it's very rewarding to just have something to build towards to with somebody, and genuinely look on somebody's face and just have this admiration and love and like sense of respect for him. Like I have that with my partner, and it's honestly a ride. She's like, I love you too. Oh, I knew you were gonna come over here too. I was like, the second I start talking about how much I love you, you're just gonna like, huh? I wanna be where you're. Oh, you're cold, baby. Boop, boop. But yeah, no, I think it takes it really is when you're ready to settle down, that you feel like when you find that person that you can just genuinely be yourself around and just be goofy with, and just be your altruistic self with, that you kind of just, everything just happens. You just feel like you're ready to make these big decisions. You're ready to, bust your butt and do what's necessary. Even when you guys get on each other's like nerves, you still look upon them with like genuine like love and desire. Like it's a different type of feeling that like, especially in this type of format, that I love, where it's just nothing is not genuine between us. Everything is very much just easy and talkable, and we understand her and how she understands my love language and how I understand hers. It makes everything more rewarding for us, and I think it's just something that I never really like cared for before, and that's simply because it just wasn't what I was looking for prior. But now that I have something that's just amazing, it's easy for me to just kind of like, yeah, that's just, it is what it is. And if people were like, oh, you're not like that no more, I'm like, I mean, domestication arc, man, I'm a different person now. I feel like it's a different life. I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm like, I don't say like I'm done with everything. I was, I'm done being like, I'm not myself anymore. It's just, I very much appreciate different things now. Like, no, you're good, baby. Don't worry about me. But I appreciate different things now. Like, I don't have to like go and do I don't have to go out and do stuff, or else I'm gonna go crazy. Now I have somebody I can just lay with and go crazy with next to, if we don't do anything. Or I just have somebody I can just like talk to and not go crazy.
There was once a day that
it's just good. It's just something I treasure a lot now, and I appreciate a lot, and definitely not trying to take for granted, especially when I go to work and my first instinct is I want to come home.
I can't wait,
But yeah. Yeah, definitely. You're always selling me. But like I said, I'm in a better place. I'm happy. I'm great. My wild side is not so much gone. It's just tuned somewhere different. My wildness goes out the thing. I genuinely have fun. Just not really doing much. I gotta sneeze. Give me a second. But yeah, it makes me just enjoy life. I love hanging out with my friends. I love doing stuff here and there. I don't even do stuff every day. Sometimes time flies by. Time is really flying by. Like, it's about to be 6 months us together, I think. Yeah, it's 6 months. Like, 6 months really flew by really quick. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, really quick. Like, I don't even, like, it still feels like I'm like, people are asking, like, how long you guys been together? Like, not too long, really. And then I think about the time, like, I guess it feels long, but it doesn't really feel long. It's just interesting. Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely feels like it's been a long time. And I think it's honestly because we have a past together, and that I like to try to take that as account sometimes. I'm like, well, yeah, it feels like we've been together forever. And I was like, but it hasn't. Like logistically not. And it's just such back and forth stuff for me. So that I'm just like, at this point, I've kind of just been like, this is the person I'm kind of shacking up with for like the long run. This is the person I've decided to settle down with. This is where I'm at. That's just where I'm at. Some people are like not content with where they're at and they want more. I think some people are, have every right to just, if you're not ready to settle down, don't force yourself to settle down. That's the best way I can put it. Like, 5 months Saturday? Oh, okay, I forgot that's how you do it. I count the month in. So yeah. Okay, yeah. But yeah, we'll probably do something Saturday then. I don't know what we're gonna do. But we'll do something. We'll go out to eat or something. I don't know exactly what we'll do, but we'll do something to celebrate 5 months. Sludge bomb. Yeah, I think we're approaching the end right here. I'm definitely gonna save it this time because God, I can't believe I saved. I was like 2 hours playing this game, grinding on the side, and it really annoys me that it didn't go well. But stay tuned. We're gonna raid somebody. So I'm gonna just in this game right here. Let's go. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. So stay tuned with us. Kick it with us for a quick second while we find somebody to raid. Yeah. So BRB, or see you guys Sunday, where we have indie Sundays where we play some indie games together and we fuck around and die a lot. That being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Peace and love. It's been a pleasure being your sadistic spirit guide, Yokai Papi Wolf. And yeah, see you guys Sunday.